Hey guys, my name is Simpzy, how you all doing? Welcome back to some more Total War Warhammer 3 gameplay here today on the channel. We're going to be checking out in today's video a cinematic minor settlement battle back on the Sky Monolith map. This time around we have the ogres defending once more, but with Tzeentch attacking. If you haven't got to see the last couple of battles, highly recommend you do. So we've had the ogres defend this settlement against Cathay and Khorne. Both have ended in ogre victory, and Cathay and Khorne have been thrown back. It's going to be interesting this time around to see if Tzeentch can beat sort of the unlucky streak that the aggressing and attacking and sieging faction has, because the ogres have been really quite good in defending this settlement. They've thrown back so many factions. I've got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me over some footage recorded by one of their devs and for allowing me to showcase it on the channel, so huge thanks to them. So they had sent me over a bunch of footage of siege battles and sieges, but this is the last actual cinematic siege battle that I have. I've still got a couple of battles that aren't sort of got this sort of cinematic flair to it, without the HUD and sort of zoom in and stuff. So if you guys would like to see some of those battles with the UI, let me know, because I can do some videos on that, which I've still got. So let me know if you'd like to see some more Warhammer 3 battle/siege gameplay. Also, please take into consideration as well that Warhammer 3 is still currently in development and there's still progress being made on the game. So there might be some things here and there that are subject to change, maybe even some units, some coloring, some stat values, like, you know what I mean? So just bear in mind that it's still in development. So there might be some things changed here and there before the game officially fully comes out. Alright, so already early on we've got some fierce fighting breaking out. We've got some spawn, chaos spawn flying on in, and the ogres have answered with some gorgers and some others. We've also got a soul grinder there coming straight on in. I'm curious to see how Tzeentch are going to do in this one. They do have a lot of missiles and magical missile units, but they don't have the let's say infantry units compared to Cathay and Khorne, so maybe that might be a beneficial or their undoing. Both of those factions actually made it to the town square before getting peeled on off. So Tzeentch is now moving on here. We've got some ogres putting down some supporting fire against the Tzeentch units flying on up. Oh, but there's already a bombardment of a nightmare of missile magical shots going on there. And the pistol ogres are just trying to regroup and just get away from the onslaught of Tzeentch magical shots. They're trying to retaliate, get some of their own shots off, but there's not much you can do about that magical missile bombardment there. They're trying to hold in some choke points and return the fire, the ogres, but you might want to back the ogres this time around. They've already won 2 of these siege defenses back to back. Aren't you a ugly looking fella? Zooming in on him. Right, back onto this side here, where maybe Tzeentch is getting a little bit more progression. They've got some horrors there putting in some support, and they've got some flamers by the look of it, getting into some Mournfang cavalry as well. It'll be interesting to see how well they can hold. Oh, the flames have actually been completely destroyed, and now they're just going to have to rely on the horrors giving some support. What's happening around sort of the back end around this settlement? Okay, it looks like there's a rather large Tzeentch presence here. They're focusing a lot of their firepower on that giant unit, and they're probably going to be able to bring it down. Very little armor the giant has. They're using their blue horrors here just to blob down the giant, stop it from moving all and about, and just allowing their missile units to rip on through it. Tzeentch at the moment is in a really good position progressing into the settlement. Got some cavalry there holding that capture point. What's going over here with Kyros and a lot of their missile units there? They just seem to be slowly but surely progressing through the settlement, and just allowing their missile units to do most of the work. Still incredibly strong by the look of it compared to Warhammer 2. Like, the missile sort of disparity between sort of melee attack and missiles seems to be incredibly strong at the moment, even compared to the heavy melee factions like Khorne, from what I've seen in these battle replay gameplays. Alright, what's going down on this flank here? Yeah, they're doing super quite well. They're surging into the settlement. The soul grinders here even getting some shots off at this cavalry here. They're just sitting firm, trying to defend the capture point. What are they going to do? They're going to get a charge against the soul grinder, or they're just going to sit back. Oh, it looks like they're going to allow some Chaos Spawn to come on in, and they've gone flying back. A decent cavalry charge that you'd like to see when they go flying like that. That's a decent bit of damage. Okay, we've got some reinforcements maybe coming on over here. Alright. Their flying wizard there seems to be getting some spells and casting off. What's going on down over here with this giant? Has he been brought down? I can't see. I'm just going to assume they have. Ladies and gentlemen, the horrors, they've got him. And look at this terrifying display of blue and pink horrors there. My god. This is a brutal chaos Tzeentch assault, to say the least. But they seem to have more units. And sort of men per unit as well, compared to what Cathay and Khorne had. Kyros is still doing quite decent. And back over here as well, some of the Chaos Spawn have fallen, but they've got some Furies coming on here to help that have been smashed quite quickly. The Ogres seem to be doing a lot better on this side in particular, regaining some ground, not losing their capture point. And the Soul Grinder is probably just going to have to tank these 2 units, because this flank has probably fallen. They're just going to have to allow the rest of the Tzeentch army to make their way on in, which looks like Kyros might be. He's gaining control and possession of the bridge, which is decent for them. There he is, Kyros Fate Weaver. We can't unfortunately see the present, so he doesn't know how long this battle's going to go, or well, but he can see the future and the past. But so far, it looks like Tzeentch are gaining some pretty decent territory in the centre, which is not what you want to see, particularly if you're a Ogre's advocate. They do have some Saber-Tusk cavalry here, and Scrag, the Legendary Lord. We've also got a couple of other units here, as well, some Noblars, but they are just getting absolutely dealt with by the Lord of Tzeentch Chaos Magic. And this actually might be their undoing. Just having more magically inclined units. High missile attack as well. And even the shots they can get off there with their Flame Wizard is not going to do too much against the hordes of unwavering pink and blue horrors which are flying their way up through the center corridor, and they might actually be battling it out for the Ogre Town Square. This is as far any faction has made it in this battle map. Cathay and Khorne, like I said, did not make it over the bridge. So Tzeentch are in a really decent position here as they throw down some Doom Knights there. And they've chucked in their Saber-Tusk cavalry as a little bit of retaliation as well. It's really hard to deal with these horrors if you don't have any decent missile infantry of your own, because they really just blob you down and make you grind on way on through into their level. Little pesky boogers. Most definitely. We've got some Doom Knights here holding in support. And Kiros as well, just sitting up over the top. But Scrag is going to take out as many little horrors as you can. Oh my god. Smashing on through. The mirage and horrors of pink everywhere surrounding him. Well, what's going on here? Kiros has descended from his flying stance and actually says he wants to go, right, I want to take a couple of these little cats on with me. These saber tusk units. We've got some bombardments there smashing the center as well. That's been ripped off through. That's smashed Cathay in another video. A really strong bombardment that Kiros has. And he's going to make quick and easy work, you'd imagine, of these saber-toothed cavalry. For whatever reason, they seem to be backing him up into a corner. But he should be able to hold fast regardless. The Doom Knights are putting some decent pressure on. But now Scrag has come back in, the Slaughterer. Which he's really going to have to watch out for. Kiros might have to retreat. I don't know how he would fare in hand-to-hand combat with them, to be honest. But the Slaughterer... Oh, I thought he was trying to retreat there. He might be running away. But it's a 1v1. No, it's not. They're running. He's running. Well, that might be GG then, because Kiros wants to give chase and try and finish off the Legendary Lord for the Ogres. But it looks like he's going to go head on into a flaming unit that's holding him there. But yeah, it looks like the Ogres are retreating. Tzeentch is the one that's going to be able to claim victory here today. The only faction in these cinematic replays that I got that was able to break through into the monolith settlement. Wowee. Tzeentch was victorious. Cathay, Khorne weren't able to do it. It's all coming up Tzeentch by the look of it. Oh, that's a really exciting fight. That was a good one. I really enjoyed that battle replay, and I hope you guys did as well. So, unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. That's the last of the cinematic videos I have. I do have a couple of other land battles and sieges with the HUD, so if you guys would like to see some more battles of this kind, let me know in the comments. Got to say a huge thank you to the Creative Assembly for sending me this gameplay and making this video and sort of series possible. It wouldn't be possible with them. So a huge thank you to them and their fantastic community team as always. Got to play the outro now and say this thank you to this month's patrons and channel members. My name has been Simpzy. Take care, boys. Unfortunately, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my social media links in the description below if you'd like to stay connected with me. Let me know feedback and suggestions for the video. Got to say a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members: Victor K, Sebastian C, Jordan K, Caesar L, Brian S, Tal, Liam B, Kyle P, Tom C, and Wyatt P. So thanks guys, my name has been Simpzy, much love from Australia, goodbye.